I will show you this automation in operation here. We will have this address here on the internet, which is a form where it will remain active. And then you will enter the hashtag that you want the automation to search for the top trends of that hashtag and create an automation for you in the same line, a post in the same line and then in the same direction. It will depend on the instructions you give to the artificial intelligence. So I will enter here, for example, fitness, and then I will submit this form. Here I will have a button to return to be able to make another post, right? Here he goes after it runs through this entire other flow here, which it is probably executing. It will ask here in my Telegram, it will create this post, the text and also the image to be published on Instagram. And it will ask if I approve. No, not this one yet, because this was already here during the tests I was doing. So it will run the flow there and ask if I approve or not. The post. In this case here, we can see the flow. It is waiting for approval, which is a new node that was implemented through n8n. It's not showing up here yet, but if I go to my Telegram, it has already created the post. The image it created was this one through the EPT chat, and the text here was created here. We are using DeepSeek because it is cheaper here to create the text. And also the image prompt. The image is created here by the chat and PT. So here I have it shows me here for me to approve or not this publication. If I click and do not approve, it will not post on Instagram. Now, if I click approve, it will open a link here. Then I can close it. This link, it's a new update. And from n8n, and then I go to my Instagram, which I created for testing. I will refresh it. And it will be here, the post which I approved. So we will continue. This is lesson 2. So we stopped here at the request that is made there to maintain Rapid API. And now we will continue here. The first thing we will do here is handle this return that comes from there, which comes here with a lot of information. So we want to extract the text that are in the posts. So we will take right here, and since this hashtag, which is not a hashtag, is just a test here, nothing interesting is coming. So let's change it here. Look, we will edit this first node. Let's put here, for example, fitness. Saved. And I make a call. And it will bring here several post texts here. We want to extract these texts. We are going to put here a code node, and I will take it from this other post as I leave it available for you in the link. Because what is this code doing? It is filtering only the part here, which is the text. And it is ignoring all the other information that will come from the call and filtering the text from the posts. So I will put it here. I will click on test. It will bring here the prompts for me, which are the text in this case here, because here it is named as prompt. But it could be even the text, right? Let me put it here, and then it will bring it to me with the name of text, post text. And now we have all these texts Let me just take a look here. We are going to put 1 because here it releases 30 items. So we will place the node aggregate to gather all these texts. Put all of them here, look. And then it will come with the name data here, all the fields, so as not to otherwise. It will give 30 outputs here. It will continue 30 flows. So we will aggregate all this information into a single node. If I click, it will release an output for me here. I will place a field here. A field. To transform all that into a string. So I will put text here. Here in string format, and I'm going to pull all this data here. Look. It's artificial intelligence. There, although it comes out somewhat together, it manages to separate well. There, understand what it needs to do there. It can analyze all these publications. So close. Here it will be the artificial intelligence itself that will do it here. Look. And the whole task of analyzing the publications and also create a publication and also the prompt for the image that we are going to generate. I will click here on advanced. Oh dear. Let's take this one. We first here can leave this too. Even we can set it here to take from the previous node or previous nodes. I will pull this your field right here before. I will pull this text here for it to analyze. I will put the instructions for it. What it has to do, right? In this case, I already have the instructions ready. I won't type them here to avoid taking too long. So, here are the instructions for it to analyze the publications. Here, my goal is to create a publication. It has to create two things. The image description, which is important, right? How much is my guy? And it also has to create a text, which will be the text of the publication itself. And here, you set it to always respond in the language you want. In this case, we are doing it in English, but you need to specify the language you want, because some posts will be in different languages due to the hashtag, which can be used in various places, in various languages. So, you always set it here to always respond in the language you want it to use. The publication. So I'm going to copy this here. And I'm going to place it here in this system, which will be the instructions it will receive before evaluating the prompt here. And another thing we're going to do here is activate this marking here so it has an output. It's specific and mandatory because we want to create a formatted output here, as we only want information always text and image. So by activating this, it will show me this output here that I will place here to structure this output. And then it will already give me a little template here. I can just delete these cities. And I put here, I want the image formation. It will bring it here for my description. And I also want the text from the publication, right? Here is the prompt. Image prompt. And here is the text of the post. So I want it to always come out in this output. I return the response in this structured output. Regarding the artificial intelligence issue, it's that I need to test the models. Maybe it doesn't work well with these cheaper models like me due to the text price value issue. I am using DeepSeek here and it is working well. And also, it is working properly here to structure the output. Then you can test other models. If you haven't registered your Psyche key yet, you can go here to the platform. Psyche point. You will need to put at least $2. But then you can use a lot by putting $2. Here, look, you generate your key and create a new credential there. If you see that the price of Psyche is good, then the calls here are quite affordable. Things costing cents here for millions of tokens, so you can use it cheaply, and from what I've tested, it's working very well. So you can generate your key there. You can put a credit here, right? At least $2, and then you can use it. If you don't want to, you can use another one and test another to see if it will work well. So, let's test this flow here that it processed. And it brought me the description of an image. And it also brought the text for a publication in this case. So it already did for me. This structuring here and provides the response in the format we want. In this format, the text and the image, the description of the image in this case, I will save it. Just take a look. What's next? Here, we are going to have the image generator. Let's create here the image generator that I'm using here. The ChatGPT guy itself, I will go here. In advanced there, I go to OpenAI. And then I go here to generator to generate an image. There are several details here, like the prompt. I will pull it from the image itself. Here, there's this question of which model you will use. And this Model 3, like, it's not that cheap. Here, look, it depends on the size of the model. You can select the image size there. Also, it's about 4 to 8 cents of a dollar. And there's this other smaller model, which costs about 1 cent of a dollar, but the quality is much lower. You can, when you are testing here, building the flow, as you will have to press several times. Set it to 2 here to not spend too much, right? Here, we have the key here. In case you don't have it, you create 1. You also need to have at least $5. But then you can use it quite a lot. It's been a while since I added it. It was over a month ago, and I can work quite a bit with it here, especially using the cheaper models. Here I will save this. And here it will generate the image for me. But one more detail here is what we want in the option is to respond with the image URL. And I mark it here because I will use this URL later to proceed with the next steps. If I click here, it will do the entire analysis, generate a publication, and this model will generate the image. It will generate a URL for me, which is what we want here to continue. If I take this URL and place it here, it will display the image that was generated. Okay, it's ugly here because that model 2 for generating images. It's not good, but since we're in the testing phase here, we'll have to keep clicking several times. We'll leave it as is, but later we'll switch to 3, which generates much better images. So, we've already created the image generator here. And now the next step. Here, we will connect Telegram to do what we want to do, which is the approval of the publication. So we will use Telegram to perform this approval step here. So here, I will put Telegram here as the first thing. We will send an image, and then we will send the authorization that I want to send. Any image send to text. Let me just look here. I want to send a photo. And the photo that I need exactly that I want to send is this URL here, which was generated by the OpenAI. And here is the URL. I need to chat ID. Here I already have my credential. If you don't have the credential, you need to create a token on the internet. There are many videos teaching how to do it, but it's quite simple. You come here on Telegram. Let's do it here. In case you have never generated one, you will go and within your Telegram, you will add this bot. Power. This one here with the little blue mark. And you can generate a bot here. How you do this? And you have several commands here. You type /new bot. It will generate a new bot for me. Don't copy. I'll type here /new bot. How do you want to name your bot? I will put it right there in the put any number there, because it might be that I can't get the name. Now I need to put another one here, which will be the username. I'll copy the same one here. Well, I have to be underline bot. And here it will already show you the token. So I take this token, I copy it, then I go here to the key. I just change the name here. bot 2, save it. And it has already been created here. For me, the connection has already created my bot for me. And there you go. You can come here on Telegram itself and search for this bot. Let me copy. Come here to search. Then it will be here. You can even the chocolate again here. Then I opened it. Then I will start it. And here it is already. A ReadyBot is quite simple, right? I can pin it here on the home screen so it stays up here. Another thing you will need is to get your user ID right here. So you go here. Bot ID. And you enter here /. Let's initiate the process and get everything underway right now. It shows here what your ID is of your account. You copy it. We will need it here in the flow. Chat ID, where I want to send the image. And here I have already fetched the image URL, which will be generated by the apt chat. I will save. And I will run it here again. I will wait for it to run. It will generate the image and probably the bot sent it. For me, if I go here to this bot that I pinned, it sent me the image that was generated. So we have already done that. It is the processing that the intelligence, artificial analysis. We generated the image and connected it with Telegram. So in the next class, we will continue in the last class. We will work on the issue of approving or not the publication here using Telegram. So in the next one, we continue.